know what? I'm going to leave that. The rest of the talking will be after the video, but I do first want to thank Corbin Miguel for posting this badass acoustic cover that I'll be playing along with on the TV up here. I wish the fuck my technical abilities were sufficient to do justice to this. Warts and all, one take. Again, thank you to Rabin Miguel, whose badass acoustic cover I found on YouTube just to see what else was out there with regards to acoustic versions of that song. A number of solo acoustic covers, and all of them that I checked out were well played and good ass arrangements. But I'm a weirdo baritone guy, and I had something different in mind, and quite frankly, Rabin Miguel's cover, and I'll put a link in the first comment down below. Again, thank you, dude. That video was badass. Seriously. But I found that one, and it is hands down my favorite acoustic cover of this song on YouTube. And also happened to be the perfect track for me to play along with. Now, regarding my weird-ass arrangement, I'll spare you the longer explanation than you've already gotten. But this is a Fender CG5 that I bought in 1994. A friend of mine called it Trigger, comparing it to Willie Nelson's guitar. Not for quality, obviously. That one being a Martin, and this one being cardboard. But because I have had it since 1994, and I have beaten this thing and dragged it around the country, literally, when I was on the road. And put stickers on it, and removed them, and just beating it like a damn yard dog. And I have two acoustic baritone guitars. The other one is in my room, and it used to be an acoustic bass. It was bought from Terry's Berries back when that guy was still doing that. And I had originally intended that one stays tuned B to B, and I'll capo it at the 5th fret, which puts it in standard tuning, and also the fret spacing is real familiar. But I can capo down. I can capo up like other guitars, but I can also capo down, so I can do Alice in Chains and this native E flat, yada yada. Well, capo at the 3rd fret, you've got D standard for Gojira, but then there's the bit, right? And that's the interesting part for an acoustic. My original plan was to play it on the long neck baritone using a slide with the high string tuned down, was it 1.5 steps, something like that, so that all the notes would be in a line, and I could, play it down here, and you'd even get the cool slide effect. And I'm not saying I won't do that eventually. However, I don't have a slide, and I'm not much of a slide player. And then I stumbled on this arrangement, which is, so I don't fuck up and misname anything we got. This is tuned to B, D, G, E flat, G, A. And the reason I did that is because for the triplets, during the intro and verses, I'm doing the most big chick. Oh, by the way, this is a 7-string set of Savaret. Sorry, I study French. Savaret strings with the high E done away with, thereby allowing me to typically keep this tuned B to B. Now, it'll move around. Sometimes A to A, sometimes drop G, drop A, B flat, again, weirdo. But with this tuning that I stumbled upon, I've got a thicker and heavier string for the, which is, and also I've got some muting control down here by letting off, as opposed to less efficient muting, thinner string, but I still have an open D and a dyad for the chorus. And the bridge there towards the end, I guess, that's standard rock and metal 2-note power chord shit. As a bonus, at the end of the chorus, if I fuck up and hit a triad, it actually works. I can't remember if I did it or not in this video, But if I did, yay. If not, also fine. But because of the structure of the song, I have the guitar divided into 3 parts. That part, that part, and that part. Now, originally, I intended to do this with a slide on this guitar, and I may still, eventually, one day, if I ever get a slide. But as I was fucking with it, you know, I realized, well, hey, 12th fret harmonic. And then, oh, hey. And I was thinking I could get a Sharpie and mark my aiming spot to get that harmonic, but then I was like, wait a second, ding dong. Same thing works down there. So then, oh, turn my tuner off here. So then it all clicked into place, you know. It's a little quiet, you know, and quieter than if I were doing it with a slide. But I nevertheless think it's cool that, let me get my prop here, that my goofy ass was the one to figure out how to get that high octave. So far as I know, I haven't viewed every other guitar player in the world fucking with the song, but I nevertheless think it's cool that my goofy ass sitting right here on my couch in East Ridge, Tennessee, figured out how to get that high part true without the slide that comes from using the pedal. But warts and all, one take, you know, what I think is a pretty nifty arrangement of the guitar part of that song. Again, countless thanks to Rabin Miguel for his badass video. I bet you I'm responsible for 100 of his views in the past couple of weeks on that thing, just because it's good, irrespective of hoping to use it for this little video here. Could I do a solo video? Sure. There's another one somewhere on YouTube. No, that wasn't even solo. I was playing along with the video. I could do that, you know, but I found that and I was just like, oh shit, I wish I'd known that dude. You know, I wish I knew him. I wish I had known him at that time, because damn, that would have been cool to have had this actually incorporated into the track where he's playing all the instruments and playing the goddamn shit out of them too. So, but anyway, here is what will likely be my final and definitive Gojira stranded acoustic cover. I may still do the thing with the slide. Actually, what will determine whether I do that or not is it'll be a 2-part thing. 1, getting a slide, and 2, having a slide when I happen to think of the song, oh, I should get in the slide, you know, ADD's a bitch, and getting my slide out and actually trying it with the slide. And if it's just so cool that all 8 of my nipples get hard, okay, I might have to do another one, in which case, unless this dude sends me a cease and desist, it will probably be using that for a backing track as well. But thank you for watching my silly-ass video. The last one seemed to get a fair amount of decent feedback, so hopeful on this one. Yeah, I reckon that's about it. Just remember, the only good Nazi is a dead Nazi, and the country has been taken over by Nazis. So treat all the Nazis in your life the way they should be treated. And yes, goddamn Trump supporters, every last one of them were Nazis. So treat them as appropriately as you can without necessarily throwing your goddamn life away. But yeah, keep listening to metal and keep playing and be safe out there.